Hey, what's up, gang? Hello and welcome to Raven's Arcana. I am Raven. This is your daily tarot reading or your daily message. And no specific question here. We just want to see where the reading leads us and what we need to focus on. As always, I hope everyone's hanging in there, having an amazing day. And hopefully it continues after this reading. And let's get down to business. Let's see what we're working with here. So we start the reading off with the Tower. So the Tower is going to signify change, definitely. Sometimes this is a complete change of your being. Having to reevaluate, pull down the walls, pull down blinders possibly, and start from that foundation and continue to build up. So this is a transition card. And the Tower typically signifies a major change in your life. Now we're going to follow that up with the Eight of Pentacles. And so 8 is a change number, right? We are changing something about ourselves. And something we put out into the world, actually. How we project. Making your own mark here. So when we talk about making your own mark, how we are perceived in the world, what we do, what we came here to do. And maybe you are starting to realize that you are not on that path. You are not using those pentacles. So the pentacles are going to be, at least in this instance, your gifts, your talents, your blessings, which correlates with what you came here to do. And so if we're talking about focus, it's removing everything with that Tower. And it doesn't have to be violent and horrible, right? The Tower card can be scary. It's just a transformation. And in this instance, I think it's a refocus on, once again, on yourself and what you project out into the world, what you came here to change, to do, to help with. Now we have the Prince of Pentacles, which is the Nine of Pentacles. And that is hard work. That is slow, methodical, routine. So it's going to take some time. It's going to take a lot of effort to make this change. I think you know what you came here with. You've known for a long time what your talents are, what your skill set is. And I think you know what you're supposed to do, but you weren't on the correct path. And I think a lot of things come easy to you. And you've been kind of a go with the flow person. But I don't think that is feeding into, your soul. You know deep down that you need to start working. We are here for a very limited time in this existence. And you need to get to work on what you're supposed to do. And realize with the Alchemist, as we follow the Prince of Pentacles, or the Knight of Pentacles, the Alchemist is the musician. Wow. Every time something comes in like that, maybe you're supposed to create music. Maybe you're supposed to be a lyricist. Maybe you're supposed to write music. Maybe you're supposed to play guitar, drums, bass, piano. Share your music with other people. Maybe you're supposed to promote music. Maybe it's telling you don't let your music die inside of you, right? Don't die with your music inside of you. I think it was Wayne Dyer that said that. But with the Magician, you are realizing, and you know, you have all the talent in the world. You have all the tools to be successful, to do anything you want to do. Now, it will take hard work, and it will take a complete transformation of what path you have been on now. You know, it might be a complete 180. I think there's little facets of your skill set, of your talent, of your blessings that you've been projecting into the world and using to go with the flow. But now it's time to really focus on what you can do to heal, to help, to change, to influence, to motivate. And with that Tower card, if we get a little clarification on that on the left-hand side, we see that Eight of Swords, and I think this is your situation right now. While it's easy, if you have the talent, the skill set, all these gifts, to go with the flow and kind of do anything you want to do based on everybody else's rules and jobs and hobbies and all this stuff, once again, it doesn't feed into your passion center and really tap in to what you're capable of accomplishing. And because of that, because you've gone with the flow so many times and so often, you've created a situation where you have kind of boxed yourself in. With that Eight of Swords, you know, you've created a situation for yourself where it's just, this is not me. This is not feeding into anything that I, you know, really am passionate about. And we talk about this a lot. Not being able to use your skill set. You know, if we're talking about work, making your mark on the world, typically we have to balance out our work and our personal life. And that personal life with hobbies and projects and things like that. Personal relationships. We try to feed into that passionate, feed your soul, divine spark kind of self, right? I don't think that's working out for you. I think you've created a situation where you've become a prisoner in your own life. And it starts in your mind, right? You know this. You know you're not living up to your potential. And so if we get clarification on this, with the Queen of Swords underneath the Eight of Swords, you know, this is someone that is very perceptive. You know this. You also know that you have the ability to change things, to heal, to motivate, to influence. The Queen is very influential. And this ties into, I'm getting that, you know, we talk about changing jobs. We talk about changing our perspective, tapping into our talents, our abilities, once again, our skill set. I think you are someone that can influence change. You can motivate other people to probably find themselves, evaluate themselves, and play into their skill set as well. I think you are a leader. And underneath that Tower, we get another major arcana. We get the Sun. And absolutely, bring down those walls. Bring down those blinders you set up for yourself to just go with the flow and not pay attention to everything that you have in your toolkit, right? And use that Sun energy, that passion, that Leo energy. Take charge. Take charge of yourself. Move forward. Let your light shine. Once again, do not die with your music inside of you. And that Eight of Pentacles, making your own mark with the Nine of Swords, you are apprehensive because you don't want to fail. No one wants to fail. No one starts something, taps into something, begins a path with the intention of failure. You cannot be afraid to fail. Our failures only make us stronger. We learn from those events, those experiences, and we move forward. We put in the hard work. We use our skill set to overcome, to learn, to understand, to turn that into wisdom and be more successful and have victories in the future. So get out of your own head. Get out of your own way. I know you're stressed. I know you're confused probably about timing. But this will all help ease the mind. And then we have the Queen of Cups underneath the Prince or the Knight of Pentacles. And that Queen of Cups energy is once again very influential. And that's emotional influence. You have the ability, and music keeps popping into my mind. That was a Freudian slip. When I was attempting to say magician and said musician, and your music can be any art, right? But if it's about music and anything related to that, and I think this is really speaking to you. But our music is our conversation. Our music is our art. Our music is anything we put out into the world. And I really think you are someone that is going to influence other people in a super positive way and helps them relate and connect and find themselves. And it's going to be an emotional experience. Joy, laughter, happiness, fun. Tapping into those emotions and feeling that overwhelming just sensation. And that comes from your effort, your hard work, your movement forward on making your mark and getting rid of the crap that you've continued to just hammer up and build and repair and get by with. Because you can. Because you're highly skilled at everything. And underneath the magician or the musician, we have the Five of Pentacles. And so while you have all of this talent, all of these skills, really aspects of yourself that can change people and change the world. This ties into you being fearful. The fear of failure, being left out in the cold, right? And I don't think this has to do, with money. You don't have a fear of being broke, of being bankrupt, of financial destruction. This is a fear of it not working out once again. Left out in the cold. It not working. You just don't know where to turn. And this is adversity. But you have all the skills. You have to put the work in. You have to make your mark on the world. You have to tear down all the crap that you've been carrying with you. And the facade that you've been projecting into the world. The little BS things that, there's little sparks of your skills and your talent that you can obviously get by with, but it's creating this situation, this prison, this box you've put yourself into. And you are very influential. Communicate to the world. Motivate people. Tap into their emotions. Use that sun. Use your fire, that light, and let it shine. Get out of your own head, your own way. Don't be afraid to fail. Take a chance on yourself. And I'm going to pull one more card. I'm just feeling it. Absolutely. So we finish with the Chariot. That is strength, willpower, courage, bravery. Get off your butt. Get out of your head. Unless you're in there trying to figure out how to implement and use your amazing gifts and blessings. Have that courage, that willpower, and take charge of your own life. And it's going to be magical. All right, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate your time. If you like the video, you can give it a thumbs up. If you dig the content and you're not subscribed, you can always subscribe. You can also hit the notification bell if you want alerts for future releases. And take care of yourself. Get out of your own way. Be that amazing person. Tap into your skill set and have an amazing day.